Hey everyone, Nicole here. I just wanted to do a quick kill a kit video for my March main kit, and this is from 3 Scrappy Boys. I did not upload like a kit reveal or a kit haul when I opened this, mostly because it came with 6 sheets of Studio Calico's it's Wanderlust collection. And I am not a fan of Studio Calico paper, so when I got my kit and I saw that, I kind of was put off by it a little bit. Usually when I open the kit and I see what Heather's put in it, I get, instant ideas right away. And for some reason, to my eye, Studio Calico papers don't match like other manufacturers do. So I ended up not doing a video because I kind of needed to just take a step back and sort of kind of brainstorm, what I was going to end up doing with the kit. And let me set this stuff aside. It came with, there was 2 sheets of craft cardstock, and this is all that I had left of it, so I did pretty good with that. And then there was 2 sheets of this coordinations paper by I guess Coordinations is the brand, and I have a whole sheet of that left. I tend to have a hard time with orange in general, so I'm not surprised that I have a whole sheet of this. So I'll put this in my cardstock stash, and then I did manage to use up quite a bit of this, so toss that. And then as far as the pattern papers, I used up a pretty good amount. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could get out some more cards or maybe at least one more layout, but I just was kind of, I don't know, I felt like my brain was kind of over finishing this. And oh, this is a piece of, this is just a piece of cardstock from my stash that got thrown in there. But so this is what I had left over from the pattern papers, and this I'm just gonna probably end up tossing, or I might see if a girl I know online wants it, because she mentioned that she actually really liked these papers. So I might see if she wants them because she makes cards. So some of these larger pieces I might mail to her. Okay, and then the embellishments, it came with a whole bunch of these. There's butterflies and leaves, and I don't know, I didn't feel like the butterflies really matched anything that I was working on, so I didn't use any of those. I did use a couple leaves on a card, which I'll show you here in a second. And then I managed to use, I would say, over half of the sequins. There was some regular colored sequins that came in the kit. That's, sorry, I've got rub-ons in here. And then there was came with 4 of these clips. I'm not sure who made them because I don't have my information anymore. And again, the only reason I didn't use them was the fact that they were orange. I don't know, I have a hard time getting orange to work on a layout for me. There was 2 yellow ones that came in the kit too, and I tried to color one of them with my Copic markers, and it did not work out. I watch Nicole Jones 911 on YouTube, and she colors a lot of stuff with her Copics, and it just did not work. I mean, it was an ugly color, and it just didn't cover very well. Oh, and it looks like I have one of the wood veneers left. There was a whole bunch of arrows and hearts, which were the cutouts from these, and I didn't use either one of these, but I did. I glued a whole bunch of sequins onto this, and I'm gonna put this in my, like, I keep all my extra embellishments from my kits together, and then every time Heather sends us a new kit, like, I just kind of look through there and kind of see if there's anything that's gonna match, so that I'm constantly sort of reusing them. So I'm gonna end up keeping that. This, I don't know, I have a hard time just because it's big and chunky, and I like, little papers and stickers and stuff, so that I'm gonna hope to find use for in the future. I've only got 3 and a little piece of this, but I did like these. These were kind of a cute little unexpected thing that was in the kit. Did not find a use for this flower. That's typical. Like, I don't know, I have a hard time finding, you know, like, to me this was just going to be too much in a sheet protector because I try to get as many pages in my albums as I can. So this, I'm actually thinking that I might try to sort of hot glue onto one of my daughter's headbands and, you know, see if it'll stay on. Let's see, I have one of the tags left, only just because the green to me didn't match, like it was just the wrong tone. But I've got that there for future kits, and then I have a whole bunch of these Tim Holtz rub-ons left. And they actually worked really well for like note cards, and then I put them on a couple places on a layout. And basically it was one sheet, but it was easier for me to kind of cut them off so that they weren't getting stuck to my projects. So that's it as far as what I have left over from the kit. And then let me pull my projects that I did. Okay, these already went up on the 3 Scrappy Boys blog, and I'm on Sundays. So this is just oh, my lamp. Okay. And for this, I used an older stamp set that came in either December or January's kit. And I forgot about it and never got a chance to use it. So like I said, I keep all my stuff together and I kind of mix the old with the new. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm going to try to, you know, make some cards with it. And this was from the rub-on too. So I thought, oh, that'll go perfect. So I just used a little sheet of, you know, acetate on the inside of the card. And then this was kind of my way of using up those sequins. So I just stamped that little chevron stamp in different colors, and then I matched up the sequins for the same colors, and then this is rub-ons as well. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. Let me put them over here. Sorry, I have the darkest house in the world, and this lamp is ridiculous. And then same thing with this one. I tried to keep those little arrows straight, and then it got kind of wonky. But I did the same thing. I just kind of glued the sequins on, sorry, with the, you know, matching colors and stuff, and then the rub-ons. And then this one, I kind of was able to match the patterns better when they were in a smaller quantity. So I just took a hexagon punch, punched out a whole bunch of patterns, and then just kind of laid them out, cut off the excess, and then stuck another rub-on on there. And then this is the one card that I did manage to use those little leaves on, and the craft cardstock that came in the kit. And I didn't do anything to the inside, but I thought this was a cute way to use those because I have a hard time with gold. And then there was a sheet of pattern paper in the Wanderlust collection that I loved, and I just did not, I don't know, I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with it. So I decided to make a set of note cards. So before I could kind of second guess myself, I just went ahead, chopped up the paper into, 6 different pieces, and I made a whole bunch of note cards. So the vanilla cardstock is from my stash. I'm trying to, remember to use the stuff that's sort of piling up in my stash and just, use it, quit doing the whole like, oh, I'm going to save it for the perfect project. That's never going to come around. So, and then this is a My Favorite Things stamp set. I think it's Well Worn something, and same thing with the dies. It's Well Worn Labels or something. I bought it on a Facebook group recently, so I had that on my desk and I wanted to use it. Let's see if it'll... And so I just kind of, mixed and matched and made a whole set of cards. So now I have these when I need to just quickly send a card. And I pretty much just kind of used whatever tones were in the wood on each piece and just kind of either used, green or blue or orange. There's this one and this one. And I was just going for quick, simple, not like artistic, no techniques, you know, just quick, easy. Okay, and then this is a layout that was in the newsletter for March, and I posted, you know, detailed pictures on my blog and some more information as far as the products. Like an example of how I was saying that I pull stuff from older kits. This, let me see if you can, sorry, let me move the cord. This pattern paper right here is from my January kit, as well as like this little basic gray, I think this is basic gray photo thing, and then that camera thing that just fell off, which apparently Glossy Accents is not going to work to glue that. This is a gold, I want to say Maya Road camera thing, and I just took a black Copic marker and colored it. So I'm going to have to find like a glue dot or something a little stronger to put this back on there. This gray, all the gray cardstock that's underneath these is also from a previous kit, I want to say December. And I think that's it as far as what was in a previous kit. But for this, this whole kit, I kind of just decided, you know what, I'm going to try all these things that I'm seeing in like YouTube videos and blogs that I read. And like Nicole McGork is like the queen of like making your die cuts not look flat. And she always does like a double layer of like cardstock underneath her die cuts. And I hadn't really ever done it before, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it on this one. It'll kill a bunch of paper, and I really, really like the way it looks when you do that. So I think from now on, I'm going to stock up on gray cardstock and add that extra layer beneath it. Oh, and then she also does a lot of stamping in her videos, so I just took some stamps from my stash. Like this one is a Stamping Bella, like coffee spills. I just, you know, did some brown ink on the orange, and then like some of these was just like some tone on tone with like some speckled stamps that I had. And then these are the rub-ons that were from the kit. The hearts are the wood veneers from the kit, and I just colored them with my black Copic marker. And then this little boy, I pulled him from my stash. And then this little yellow tag is from the kit that I got this month. So there's that one. Okay, this one is another one of those things where I'm like, okay, I want to try, you know, some stuff that I'm seeing people do in their videos, and I don't hate it. I'm just not sure if I like it because it's so different than what I would normally do. When I was laying it out, I was having the issue with like, my brain was saying these papers don't match. So I decided to kind of do, you know, what a lot of people are doing in their YouTube videos, and they're, you know, they're outlining their pattern papers with a black pen. I liked it better after I did that. So I was, you know, I was okay there. And I don't know, I just kind of tried to just do my version of like those messy layouts. Not exactly messy, but I did use, like, everything on here was from through Scrappy Boys. Like, all the pattern papers were from this kit. The only thing from a previous kit is this little acetate. It was a 3x4 card, and I just cut this one into a banner, and then the top part I cut it like a sideways banner and tucked it underneath. The wood veneer was from the kit. In fact, these photos, I had intended to use them in my November design team projects, and I ended up using full-size photos. So I still had this photo collage in my iris case. So when I saw it, I was like, you know what, if I mess the layout up, it's fine. Like, I had already done these photos, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna try it. So, I mean, I like it. I think it's just so far from what I normally gravitate towards, like the way that I lay my papers out and stuff, that my brain is just still, you know, trying to decide what's going on with it. Okay, and then normally because I'm on their design team, I try really hard to stick to, you know, all the things that came in the kit and not pull a lot from my stash. I will pull like neutral cardstocks and stuff if I need to. When I got to the end of the bits and pieces, I was just so tired of working with it that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of do what I would normally do if these items were left over in my stash. And so I used, this is the only time that I used this paper, because I kind of felt like with the Wanderlust collection, I looked it up online, there was papers that matched more of this type of tone, and then there was these, you know, blues and yellows and greens. So throwing this in, I was having a hard time kind of getting it to work in with these. So I just kind of was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. So I pulled these April sketches for Nuts About Sketches because I'm on their sketch team, and I need to get my projects done for Sean so I can email them to her. So I pulled one of those sketches and I'm like, you know what, if it goes bad, it's fine. Like, I'll use it for either just the Nuts About Sketches blogs or, you know, just like my personal gallery. So the only thing from my 3 Scrappy Boys kit was the cardstock, this paper right here, which I loved. I just had a hard time mixing it in with the kit. This tag, which was a bright white tag, and I just did a bunch of stamping on it, and then I took like a Tim Holtz, the really, really light linen color, and just kind of inked it to make it look more, you know, less stark white. I used these tags that came in the kit, and I forgot to cut this off. Oh, and all of the wood veneers are from my kit. But everything else, what I did was, I'm trying to be better about using all this stuff that I'm hoarding. So I pulled out, you know, some yellow enamel dots, and this is a Fancy Pants tag, and I just cut it in half, tucked the other one underneath here, and I stamped, you know, little hearts and a baby on it. This is a My Mind's Eye sticker that I printed my journaling on. Sorry, this lamp is insane. This is an October afternoon little flyers, and it was in the Santa stack I got for Christmas. This is actually this little piece and this down here are all a My Mind's Eye 3x4 card from, ooh, it's the Recorded Love ones, these like red and pink ones, and I just ran it through my Big Shot with this My Favorite Things like notebook paper die. I love this thing. I use it way more than I should, but I like office type things. So I just ran that through the Big Shot, and then I stamped. It already had this days of the week thing going around it, and I found a Allie Edwards stamp that fit in the middle, so I just stamped that on there. And then there's just some phrase stickers from October afternoon. These are thickers. These are some authentic letter stickers that I got in a rack. Thanks Scoobers, twine from my stash, and then this pattern and this pattern is just some My Mind's Eye. I probably have like a foot tall stack of My Mind's Eye paper. They're my favorite. So that's pretty much it. So it's kind of like, this was all my stuff that I incorporated from my kit, and then this was, I just kind of picked what I wanted and, you know, incorporated it in a different way. So this might be, you know, a good idea for when you're, you know, you're just completely done working with a kit, and you know, you set it aside and you revisit it another day. You can say, oh, you know, I really like this paper, and I really like these wood veneers, and then you just kind of go shop your stash and find what matches. So there you go, and I will post links below in the description as far as the 3 Scrappy Boys gallery, the Nuts About Sketches blog. This sketch is, I think, the last one in April, so the actual sketch image in this won't be shown until the end of April. And I'll post links to the 3 Scrappy Boys forum too, so you can take a look at all of that. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.